Hi, my name is Sven Heisted, and I have some exciting news to share. After many months of effort, I'm finally happy to say that as of this afternoon, a few hours ago, I finally have an acceptance on a nice-sized company, an LOI, that I hope to close on here shortly. And as a matter of thank you, I want to say thank you to Robert for his mentorship and guidance through the entire process. Let me just tell you a little bit about how I got here. I've got quite a bit of business experience and also a decent amount of interpersonal skills. So when you meet people, they tend to like me rather than hate me, at least most of them. But anyway, this year I decided that instead of starting another company, I wanted to buy one. That's a decent undertaking that I've never done before. So I went online, I started learning, researching, and trying to grab whatever information I could to advance my process. And I quickly got overwhelmed with all manner of information, some of which turned out to be good, some of it turned out to be bad, but all of it needs to be put on some type of framework. Then I had the good fortune of stumbling upon Robert one day, and I got talking to him, and he offered to mentor me, and thankfully I was smart enough to take him up on it. And I have to give him credit. He's the reason why I'm here today and why I can say I've got an LOA on an over $3 million company that I hope to close on here shortly, and I might say with no money out of my pocket. So thank you, Robert. I appreciate all your guidance. You've been a real life changer to myself and to my family, and I appreciate that. And I just want to say quickly that there's a couple things about Robert that were unique. One is that the teaching that he gave me was very one-on-one, and it was very specific to where I was at in the process and where my head was at and where my thinking was at. And he was adjusting his teaching and guidance to where I was in the process, which was a huge help for me because it advanced me very rapidly in articulating and internalizing the teaching he was giving me based on where I was at in my thinking and in the process with evaluating and looking at companies. So that was a really big help, and I'm sure you benefit from that also. The other piece that he has that I haven't seen anywhere else, and I've got a partner now, and he has been through many other programs and not seeing this anywhere, is Roberts has a system he calls floors and ceilings, which is a way to write LOIs and write contracts and propose to sellers a way to give them some money at closing without it coming out of your pocket. And basically what you're doing is you're using the money from the business to buy the business itself. So the seller can walk away with some money, you don't have to bring any money, and then you have the balance is seller financed after that. So that concept is very unique. It opens up all kinds of doors because it eliminates a big hurdle to going out and trying to find investors, find money, borrow money, lending and all that. And that complicates the process immensely. So that floors and ceilings concept is fantastic, and it opened the doors to many things for me. And I'm using it on this acquisition I'm doing now and plan to use it in the future. So that was a tremendous thing. I encourage you to ask him about and to learn more about when you get talking to Robert. His teaching has just been fantastic to me. It's been a real life changer, and taking my efforts and guiding them in the right direction. So I was, sailing in the right direction and not a ship without a rudder. So thank you, Robert. I appreciate it. And if anybody has any questions or anything, feel free to get in touch, and I'd be happy to answer them. And until then, go get them and let's buy something. See you later.